This is the 27.5 TREK Marlin and it's in pretty bad shape. I'm going to try to restore it. Can I do it without any experience? Let's get it cleaned up and see what we're dealing with. So while this bike is being washed, I thought I'll do a quick introduction. My name is Gideon. I live in Auckland, New Zealand. I recently immigrated from South Africa. I am a husband and father of two. I recently fell in love with mountain biking. I am no expert. I am just a beginner, figuring things out. I've had a couple of crashes, a couple of laughs, and a whole lot of learning. So I thought, as I'm learning, I'll bring you along so that we can all learn together. This channel is about my journey, not just as a rider, but also as a newbie home bike mechanic. I am teaching myself everything from simple fixes to full rebuilds. When I find old, damaged bikes, I will try to bring them back to life. And I'll either sell them or donate them to someone who needs a new set of wheels. If you love mountain biking, tinkering with gear, trail riding, or simply watching someone figure things out along the way, I'd love to have you here on this journey with me. I hope you enjoy. Let's get back to the video. So now that the bike is all cleaned up, let's take a closer look at what we are dealing with. This derailleur seems bent out of shape. The derailleur hanger seems bent. The chain is all twisted and mangled. The hub seems rusted, but mostly all the cogs seem straight. So we'll have a closer look once we take it apart. Front derailleur is also bent out of shape. Everything on there seems to be working pretty well. The bottom bracket bearings seem to be turning well. We'll give the chain a proper clean and see if we can get that restored and back to working order. This front fork seems to be but it's pretty stiff and pretty gnarly. We'll have to open that up and see if we can give that a proper clean. Stanchions are pretty rusted. It's missing handlebars. It does have a set of brake levers and shifters, but they are pretty banged up. These might just go into the bin. It does have cable actuated TEK disc brakes. You can see everything inside. Bottom bracket is rusted. That has to come out. The rear brakes also TEK cable actuated disc brakes. The cranks seem to be okay and in working order, so I don't think there's any need for replacing the cranks. We'll just take these off and give it a good clean and put them straight back on. So this rear rim has seen some better days as well. It's all bent out of shape, banged up. Probably not going to be able to use this again. Might take the spokes out, you never know, that can go in the parts bin, or even the rear hub, depending on what the status is of that. Might be able to save that too. It's time that we take this apart and create lists of the parts that we're going to be replacing, what we're going to be restoring, and the tools that we're going to be needing. And as you can see, I've got the bike up on the bench, so I'll probably need to build a bike repair stand. So let's start by trying to get this chain off and see if we can get this into some vinegar or something like that. See if we can break it loose and if it's even reusable. And this chain is mangled and twisted. This chain is properly mixed up. I've got the shifter cable caught up in the chain. Since I don't have a chain breaker and I want to proceed with taking the bike apart and identifying which other tools I need, I'm going to try take off the derailleur or whatever else I need to take off to get the chain separated from the bike. Let's see how it goes. let's see if we can get this repaired. We'll get this into some vinegar, a day, 24 hours or so. It's supposed to get rid of all the rust. We'll test that out. If that doesn't work, we'll try some rust remover. So we're just gonna take the vinegar, pour it into the tub, drop the chain in there, and make sure the entire chain is covered in vinegar, and we will leave it overnight and see what it looks like in the morning. Maybe take a wire brush and give it a good clean. So while we have the chain and the vinegar, let's carry on with the rest of the bike. Let's start by getting all these cables out the way. Before we go any further, these are quite annoying. Let's get them taken out. So let's get these calipers off. So the brake pads are held together by this little split pin. So all we need to do is bend that little guy straight, take this pin out, and the brake pads will drop right out of there. And there it is, the brake pads are out. Next we'll try to get these cranks off. Let's start with the pedal. Now keep in mind, I've never taken cranks off of any bike. So I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but let's give it a go. Man, I've been at this for hours. I just can't get these cranks to budge. I've tried everything. Beating it with a hammer, getting the pry tool, trying to get it in there and crank it off. I'm doing something wrong, clearly. I'm tired. I've been at this for hours. I need to do some more research and see what I'm doing wrong. So after battling with this set of cranks for a couple of hours yesterday, I watched some more videos on YouTube. Turns out that you get a special tool to take these cranks off, and it's called a crank puller. So that's the next tool for our list. In the meantime, I am going to continue to strip as much as I can and continue with our list. So it's been longer than 24 hours that we've left the chain in the vinegar. So it's time to take it out and see what the difference is. As you can see, the vinegar is like a thick, yucky, pasty mixture. All the rust seemed to have bubbled off. So let's see what this chain looks like. It's definitely done something. Though not all the rust is completely gone, it's definitely looking a lot better. I've also got my little wire brush, so let's see if we give it a bit of a scrub. I cannot believe how well this chain cleaned up. Just plain white vinegar, left it for, I don't know, 32 hours maybe. Took it out, gave it a bit of a scrub with the wire brush, sprayed some good old WD-40, gave it another pass with the wire brush. We went from rusty and not usable to no rust and completely usable. That's a win in my books. I'm really glad we did this experiment. I didn't know if this was possible. Now we know. And as for the cassette, well, it's pretty rusted. Take it off, put it in the vinegar as we did with the chain, and see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and take off the back wheel. Seems like this lever is rusted in place. So let's go ahead and get this brake caliper removed. So to get this cassette removed, we have one more tool to add to our list, the cassette tool. That will allow us to take this cassette off, get it into the vinegar. So according to Park Tool's YouTube channel, I need to get a tool from Park Tool, a free hub remover, FR 1.3. Let's add that to the list. Right then, so let's go over our lists. First, our parts list. As you can see, it's quite a bit that we're going to be needing. Handlebars, stem, brake levers and cables, shifters and cables, brake pads, 2 sets of rims with tires, 2 disc rotors, seat and seat post, pedals, grips, front and rear derailleur. Our repairs list, we've already repaired our chain. We're going to try to repair the cassette. We're going to try and repair the calipers, the fork and the cranks. Some of the tools that I've identified: chain breaker, crank pullers, the Park Tool FR 1.8 free hub remover. I'm going to need a bike repair stand and an SR Sun Tour top cap spanner tool. That is to remove the spring from the fork and give it a clean. So as you can see, there's still a lot to be done. So if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you can subscribe, it'll help my new channel a lot. See you on the next one.